I just talked to my mod and she's not feeling well, so this may be very short. We'll just wait a few minutes. Yeah, I see some of the gold community that follows me. They're live right now, too. There's a lot of lives. We will see. If not, there's going to be a long format video on this. There probably will be anyhow, because I got to film the unboxing. I've only filmed like 2 clips of the box and the opening. But now I need to film the actual, like, inventory. If you're watching this on the playback. Looks like nobody's here. So I may just, I'll give it a couple minutes. If not, I'll just go off the air and come back later. Or I'll just go film my long format. There's just so much to cover on this. I know I'm going to have a hard time getting all the clips out of the phone. I may have to set up my GoPro with my SD card, get that charged up, so at least I can get the clips out of here more easy. When they're in the iPhone, I don't have any Mac computer, so I can't just drop it in the cloud and boom, there it is. It can take hours to transfer over. There's my mod now asking me when it's going to start. Hold on, let me see if I can answer her on the iPad. There we go. I told her now. Let me know if that's you, Kelly, my mod. Somebody was here. Okay, she got the message. I don't think she could have come over that quickly. Oh, hi, there you are. Hello. Yeah, you know, a lot of the gold community that I follow, they're live right now, so there's a lot of lives and a lot of premieres going right now. So I really don't think anybody's going to come over. Let me show you some of the stuff I have. Let me switch the camera. Look at this. I got a blue box. I'm going to do a long format video, but it came in from New York, New Jersey, Goodwill of South Hackensack. Look at this. See that necklace? That is peridot and amethyst. And that necklace, I saw one similar, because these are custom handmade, but there's a similar one that just sold on Etsy for $203.88. And like, I knew that I hit the jackpot because I could feel the coldness of the stone. I knew that I had, you know, gemstones, like semi-precious stones. Yeah. And then there's also some like yellow citrine quartz kind of in the middle. But these are, it's on like a green thread, and they're all hand knotted. Like every single stone, every single row has hand knotted knots. Like somebody made this. Somebody meticulously went through all of these stones. There's like hundreds of them. Hundreds. And they're just like I said, I can't comp it because it's the only one like it. But the similar one that looked a lot like it, like somebody did a handmade peridot and amethyst with 5 different rows on thread. Like I said, $203.88 on Etsy sold. So I can't even find one anywhere like this on eBay. Yeah, it is heavy. And it's ice cold to the touch. I put it across my leg to look it up with Google Lens, and I was like, woo, it's cold. And then I picked it up and I put it against my face. And I was like, oh, I got up out of the bed in the middle of the night just to look at it again and to test the stones with the gem tester. And of course, they were real. I put it up against my cheek, and it was like, you know, having a cold towel against my face. It was just like, this is This is real, baby. There was also, so shockingly, there was 11 pieces of silver in this lot. I mean, I got everything from necklaces to pendants to earrings to rings. I had 2 items that tested negative. So I would have had actually 3 items that were negative because one was a set. So I originally had 14 pieces of silver, and that's just the first look over. I haven't even, seriously got into this yet. But only 3 of those pieces were not legit. I did the testing today. And now my fingers, look at this. I got some acid on my hand by accident and on my thumb. And I was like, ah! I just drove to go down to the post office and I saw this. And I'm like, oh my God. I should go live in case I die. And then you guys can call 911. Those that have my home address and say, oh, she got acid on her hands and she died. I hope not. Oh my God. I'm trying so hard every day and every week to stay alive. Monday was oncology all day long. Tuesday was cardiology. And today I'm still arguing with the pharmacy after 11 days of trying to get a prescription. No, I do have the necklace on eBay. I have, but I will put it on Whatnot. And I'm going to list it cheap just because I need to get it sold. I've got it for $75 on eBay. I haven't had a chance to list anything else, but probably if I sell that, it'll give me the ability to keep all the silver for the scrap pile. I got a lot of rings, many, many rings, even a nice man's ring, one children's ring, and then ladies' rings. Nice rings, maybe 8, 10 rings. I haven't even gone through the earrings yet. There's a big pile. And then there's this really nice, I was surprised because of the type of jewelry that it is. I found this really nice corded pearl necklace. Yep. And see this? The little hook on it, it is sterling. And it tested positive for that. So it just, it hooks really nice. It's like a choker. But this clasp is silver. Positive test. No doubt about it. So I was like, oh, wow, that's got some silver in it too. But I'll probably sell that. I'll probably sell the pearls. The pearls that are on that right there. And then there's a couple of really nice another handmade item. Seashell necklaces. And they got the little mini shells. And they're not broken or anything. I don't think so. I think those are just faux. I haven't tested them. I haven't done the tooth test yet. But yeah, I got some really nice shell necklaces. These usually sell really fast, so I'll just put those in a lot. There's some other pearls too, but I haven't tested them. I got some pearl earrings and some pearl necklaces. But it's usually faux. I will test them. And oh my God, one thing that I found, which I thought was really, really cool, but it turned out not to be sterling, and it was marked as such, was this Native American feather wrap ring. Yeah, I tested it, and it failed the test, and then all the colors came out, and yeah. So, yeah, I'll just have to put that with when I make another, ring jar or a carton load of rings. But some nice enamel on gold, and there was some Thai silver in here that's sprayed with gold, but one of the earrings broke. So I'll have to put that in the scrap pile. But a really nice, like a branch ring that's got some green enamel leaves, but it's like a tree branch, and then it's wrapped into a ring. And then this just a little junk silver ring. I'll put it in the scrap pile, a little half moon. And then that was really cool. This is this really old pendant, and I tested it. I thought at first it could be aquamarine, but I was wrong. It's a blue topaz. Like, yeah, that's a blue topaz. And it's on a really old style, like a cable chain. And that tested for silver as well. The chain and the pendants, the holder for the blue topaz stone. So we got a real stone, real sterling on the pendant, and real sterling on the necklace. And yeah, see, I've got this crud all over my fingers. I tried to wash it off. It won't come off. I haven't even decided yet. I'm still in the sorting stages. And then I got a really nice little anklet. It's got a little doggy paw on it. And it's sterling silver too. And it tested as such. Little nose ring. That's sterling. Tested positive. So I like that. I could even keep that for myself. I have a gold one in my nose, but those are cool. And this has got some sort of marking in it. This little onyx ring, but it's not silver, so I don't know what the marking is. And there's this little kid's ladybug ring. It's pretty small. I'll have to measure it, but it wouldn't even fit my pinky, so it's probably for a kid. But then just a lot of miscellaneous little, rings. There's another one. There's a really nice man's ring in here for a man. It's got like a little rainbow highlight around it. Looks like titanium or something. Not sure. I'll just put it in the ring scrap pile. Yeah, I won't put it in my nose. It would be soaked. Yeah, I clean everything. And there was some really nice, there was these snakes, also referred to as serpents, and these are cuff earrings, and they're stamped 925, but they failed the jewelry test. Yeah, they weren't 925. Yeah, it does look like tungsten. Probably is tungsten. Yeah, I'll have to measure it. Looks like it's never been worn. It's really gorgeous. I wouldn't mind wearing that myself, actually. It's really nice. And then I love these. These were serpent ear cuffs, so they're not like for pierced ears. They just go on your ear cuff. But they were mismarked as 925 on both, and they were not. So that was one of the items besides the Native American ring that failed the silver test. But all the other items, I've got 11 items that are positive for silver. And then this really nice, like a Native American pendant, like a turquoise with the coral. Super cool. But one of the little pieces of turquoise on the top is missing. Just a nice costume ring. But, and then there was some really nice snake. They're heavy ladies' earrings with a black enamel and all these little crystal rhinestones. Super cool. They're like in terrific condition too. I love it. I mean, I wouldn't wear them because they'd be too heavy for me. And then a really nice piece of yellow druzy quartz. Oh, I think so. Probably. It's very rare to find like real turquoise unless you have a real Native American piece that's like in sterling silver. And this is not in sterling, so I don't think it would be real. But this is just the quartz. Yeah, the druzy quartz. It's on a really nice gold chain. So I like that too. And then I found some department store stuff. Some of it still had tags. Here's this little, it's like a cameo brooch. And it's in a gold setting. Very, very nice. Very nice brooch. Let's see. Oh, this one is like, it's still got the tag on it. And it is a collaboration between, let's see. Mary M. Haskell for INC. It's got a $29.50 price tag. Probably came from, some department store like Macy's. I know they sell INC. But this is a collaboration between two makers. The stack of rings on my left, your left. Let's see, there's a bunch of rings. Yeah, I haven't measured them yet. The only one I tested was the one that was marked sterling. And it wasn't sterling. And that was the Indian, the Native American feather. That the feather wrap symbolizes like angel wings around you. And so I was like, oh, it says S925. Like, oh. As soon as I put it in the acid, it just fell apart. And I was like, oh no. Now I'll just have to go in the junk ring pile. There's a whole bunch of them. I haven't, like I said, Kel, I haven't had time to sort any of this yet. I was just going through the different piles. Let's see. Oh, I just knocked the camera. This one? Silver with the onyx? I have that, and then I have the tungsten. Then I have the gold with the enamel. Yeah, I got to go through all these. I haven't set any of this up yet. I'm just still searching. Oh, just bumped up. See, I'm on the coffee table this time. It's better for my back than to sit at the desk and try to do this. But there are so many bracelets, beads, necklaces, pearls. But I just had to get on the air and show everybody this peridot and amethyst. I haven't even weighed it yet. I got to weigh it for shipping purposes. It's 20 inches. And even the toggle clasp is made of some sort of gemstone. There's no metal in this whatsoever, so it's just the real gemstones, and then this really like heavy-duty green string that's knotted, and then it has the toggle clasp. It almost looks like marble, but I don't think it is marble. It's like that on the back, and it's a gemstone. I didn't test this part of it, but I can tell because it's ice cold. So it's just like, oh, the closest one I've been able to find is like I said, Etsy. It sold for $203.88. So I might have to think about, going out on Etsy. And I've got my Egyptian piece on Etsy, but it's not getting any traffic at all. And I despise Etsy. I've only ever sold 1 or 2 items there. I despise it. It doesn't do well for me like eBay, Mercari, occasionally Poshmark. Right now, Facebook Marketplace is killing it. Whatnot's been doing okay. It hasn't been doing bad. It's not great, but it hasn't been terrible either. And I've sold a few of their marketplace items, which that used to never happen. And that's happening more often now. eBay's got the summer slowdown, but Marketplace is like kind of surprisingly popping for me. And I don't have to pay the fees, I had a buyer the other day, and it was some old woman that's up in the desert. And she's in her late 70s, and she's like, I can't drive anymore because of bad eyesight, but I really want to buy your Kenneth J. Lane pearl set. And I told her, all the different ways that she could make payment, and we even figured out what the postage would be from me to her. And then she says, oh, I don't have a computer. And I'm like, well, let me run it through Pirate Ship. And she's like, oh, the only pirate ships I know are at Disneyland. And I started laughing. I started checking out her profile, and she did sound and look legit, but she's like, I'm going to send you some cash in the mail. And I'm like, oh, you got to be really careful because it could get stolen, and I'm not going to be responsible if you lose your cash in the mail. And she's like, well, I'm going to put it in a box. And I'm like, well, if you put it in a box, you better take it to the post office, because if you don't have pirate ship, you're not going to get the same rate. You're going to have to pay retail, and it'll be about $6. And she's like, that's not a problem. I need someone to send this to me. And I said, well, you can buy it from eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, whatnot. I have it across all 4 platforms, the same price. And she's like, no, I don't know how to do that. I just want to pay you the money, and I want to pay you for all the postage. And she even gave me her phone number. And since it wasn't listed with shipping, I can make a deal any way I want, because Marketplace with shipping is just, it's dead lately, because Facebook Marketplace, they're not paying the seller. So it's a big warning to everybody here who's watching. If you're a reseller, don't do shipping anymore on Facebook Marketplace, because you may be waiting months to get your money. I haven't heard of anybody who hasn't been paid, but they're not paying their items right away. So, and then they're going to take a percentage out of your account. So there's not going to do that anymore. If I sell on Marketplace, it's going to be, hand to hand. Well, except for this lady who says she's sending me a box load of cash, which is supposed to arrive by Friday, but I think it'll arrive a lot sooner, because she's still in LA County, but she's, out on the edge of the Mojave Desert. LA is so big. Let me tell you, LA is so big, the population. Our population just in LA County is more than 40 individual separate states. So 40 out of 52 states have a smaller population than just the county of Los Angeles. In fact, my county is larger than the state that I was actually born in. Not larger than the city, larger than the state. The entire state that I was born in is smaller than LA County. So our population is huge, and this lady, she's just like, she didn't even try to make a deal or she just was like, I'll pay you full price plus the shipping, but you just got to get it to me. And here's my address and here's my phone number. And this is my street corner, this is this is where I live. And I was like, oh, if you do cash, don't put it in an envelope. Somebody will steal it. Like put it in a card. And she's like, oh no, I'm gonna package it up in a box. And I'm like, well, you better take it to the post office so you have the right postage, or it'll be lost. And I cannot be responsible. So I'm actually gonna take a video of me opening the box when it gets here, just so I can prove exactly what was in that box, just in case it was a scam. But I don't think so. I'm an investigator and I kind of have a crystal ball built in. Yeah, she probably would have given it to me. Like, she's a 76-year-old woman, and she's like, I just can't see to drive anymore. And I saw her, like, her Facebook page and a couple of kids that look like grandkids, and she, like, is involved in some sort of Christian ministries. And I'm like, let's just hope she's legit. I can't wait to see what's in the box. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. But I'm just like, I'm always suspicious being a PI. So I'm like, if you send cash, just know that you're taking a risk. If I get it, I'll definitely send you the item. It'll go out the very next day. Because obviously I can't pack it and put the label on it now, not knowing if this is going to arrive. But she even sent me a follow-up message saying that it's been shipped, and I was able to go onto my informed delivery, because I can't do that for my business address, but I can do it for my home address. And I actually gave her the home address. And so anyway, and I told her, I said, I have lots of other jewelry if you're interested, but most of it's not on Marketplace. But it was so funny when I told her, let me do a search of your address on pirate ship. And she goes, oh, honey, I don't know anything about pirate ships except for the ones that are at Disneyland. And I thought, oh, what a sweet little old lady. I've been reselling, even when I had my PI business and I had a 6-figure business, I've been reselling for over 20 years. I've always had side hustles. When I was a little girl, like maybe 7 or 8 years old, I used to walk around the neighborhood in Mobile and I would sell Christmas cards. And they would cost me $1 a box, and I would sell them for $2. So you'd send $12 in cash in the mail, and these cards would arrive. And, I'd make, my $12 back and another 12, and I would be so excited, like, oh, I have $12. I made $12. And unlike a sibling who I won't mention, never did anything in her life for money. Hey, AAA, how are you? I'm here in sunny, very warm Los Angeles, and I was just showing my mod and the others that are watching that I scored this peridot an amethyst necklace, 20 inches. It's hand-sewn, handmade. The green thread is knotted between each stone. It's a handmade necklace, and it was in a Goodwill blue box from the New York, New Jersey. And I saw one on Etsy that is similar, because remember, these are handmade, so it's probably the only one like it in the world. There's a very similar one on Etsy that just sold for $203.88. Yeah. Now, I probably won't get that much, but hopefully the sale of this necklace, even if somebody lowballs me, as long as it, covers the cost of my box and then some, I'll take an offer, because I just, I got, how much? Let's see, 14 pieces of silver, and 11 of them passed the test. 3 of them did not pass the test. So I've got 11 pieces of keepable silver that I'll put in my scrap silver jar. And I've got all these other necklaces, including this designer one that looks like it might have been a Macy's item. Still has the tag on it. And it's a collaboration between Miriam Haskell for INC. It's really nice. It needs to be polished up a little bit, but it still has a tag, so I don't think it's ever been worn. And then this is really nice. It kind of looks silver plated. It's 9 West. That's also a department store brand. They're also a shoe and a clothing brand. And it's a designer piece. And then I've got the really nice, the gold tone, it's a cameo pin or brooch. It's so nice. I just can't tell if it's vintage or if it's more contemporary. But, 10 or 15 bucks probably. Then I got this really awesome, it was a set, but it's missing one of the earrings. This is referred to as a, like a wedding choker, or a bridal choker. People wear it like with their wedding dresses. And the necklace is in perfect shape. And it's got one earring missing the other earring. And then there's two spare pieces. I don't know why they had spare pieces, but there's two pieces. Like in case this broke or something, they give you extra pieces. And nothing broke off of this. This isn't, I checked every single piece. There's not one piece that's broken or missing off of this. I haven't measured it yet, but it will fit like a choker. Oh my gosh. Let me get the Macy stuff untangled from it very carefully. Oh my gosh. Don't want to break it. I'll put it up on the... Oh, wow. Look at that. Let me move the gemstone necklace. This is just... Look at that. That is gorgeous. And it would fit... It's not that long, so it would fit pretty tight around the neck. And then one matching earring, but not the other. I'm like, oh no. But still, the necklace itself, that's really, really nice. I like that. I mean, I'm not getting married anytime soon. And then, the rings that I showed earlier, and the druzy stone, and a couple of Native American pieces. There's a really nice Alex and Ani in here that's not that old, and I've got a whole bag of these. So I'll probably just... yeah, it's not gonna be a match. So I'll just, I'll just sell the extra pieces with it most likely. But I've got a whole bag of these, and for some reason people collect Alex and Ani. I probably have 20 or 30 of these, and I could just put them in a big lot one day and go, hey, take all my Alex and Ani bracelets, and lots of like pearls, gemstones, the snakes. I really like the snakes. I wouldn't wear them; they would be too heavy for me. I wish that the sterling silver snake cuff earrings, the cuff earrings. Yeah, I wish those were real because they were stamped 925. But I always figured that when you get 925, about half of it's going to be real, and the other half is not going to be real. But 11 out of 14 positive. There you go. And if somebody wants to buy it, I can send them the matching earring, although it's a single, and I can send them the two spare pieces that go with it. It's just really, really nice. I think this, can you imagine if some girl got married and she wore this with her wedding dress? Yeah. And it's got a very expensive clasp on the back, like one of those safety clasps. And usually they only do that for like designer pieces, but I don't see a tag. I don't see a signature on it. I don't see any sterling marks, but the metal does look like it could be silver plated. I'm wondering if, look at this. It's got one of those security things where it snaps. It's very, very nicely made. So it kind of is shocking that somebody would go to this expense to make this, and this, doesn't have a designer tag or doesn't have a silver tag on it. So maybe it is, and it's just missing the tag. I just don't know. But it, does come with the one earring, and then it's got the two spare pieces. And I thought, did these pieces fall off? But no, they didn't, because nothing is broke on it. It's just gorgeous. So I've got that, and it's what made me so excited to go live was the gemstone, the peridot and the amethyst. It's so gorgeous. And I still haven't even tested like a lot of the earrings yet. There's probably 50 earrings in here for me to test for gold and silver. Although I probably won't do any more testing today, considering that, I almost lost the tips of my fingers today. I should have had the gloves. I even have the jewelry gloves, like the rubber, the OBGYN gloves. I have those to wear when I'm doing the jewelry testing. And the cat was disturbing the bunny, and then the cat got outside when I brought in a delivery. Then Amazon came and they had the wrong drinks, and it was just like, I thought I missed the mailman. I had to run to the post office. And then it turned out I saw the mailman coming when I was already committed to pull out of the driveway, and I got to the post office where they have no parking now. It's under it's behind a construction site in Toluca Lake, California. It's behind Patty's, and they've closed the lot. So you have to park across the street from a nursing home that's in Burbank, then walk across the street, cross into LA on foot, and then go around a construction rope to get back there. And there's nobody there because everybody thinks it's closed. And I brought it in, and she was like, oh, this is one of those eBay $1.25 envelopes that's not scannable. And I'm like, oh my God, here I ran down here just to get this on time. I could have just thrown it in the mail. Like, oh, you mean the wedding choker? Yeah, it's right here. It's like I said, it's got this is a security snap. It's not just a hook. It snaps in. It snaps close. And I don't see any 925 marks on it, which is shocking because nothing is broken. Nothing appears to be missing. I'll look at it again today now that I have better light in the day, but don't see any jewelry mark or sterling mark or 925 mark with a little earring. Oh, too bad I don't have the other one, but I do have the 2 spare pieces, which is really odd that all that got into the same jewelry box, but not the other earring. Maybe somebody lost it, and that's why they donated the rest. I'm not sure. And these may not look like much, these shells, but they do very well, especially if you get like, what is it called? Puka shells? Oh my God, I had one from one of these boxes. It may have been the same Goodwill, the New Jersey, New York Goodwill. I had a puka shell necklace, and I think I sold it for around $100, and it was some Hawaiian guy who was legit Hawaiian, who knew exactly like the real ones from the fake ones. And when he got it, he was so happy. And he's like, oh yeah, this is totally legit. And I'm like, I knew it. Like, if it wasn't, I wouldn't sell it to you. Oh, you got one like the shell necklace? Yeah. You mean this one with the mini seashells? There's 2 of them. Yeah. And there's some really nice glass beaded earrings. This is like some sort of like a glass bead that's all decorative. I got a matching set. Lots of pearls. Always pearls. I'm not a big pearl kind of person. I'm not a bead person or a pearl person. This is unusual. I haven't looked this up yet. This might be worth something. I would take the ribbon off of it. I'm kind of turned off by jewelry that has string or ribbon. And there was like at least 3 pieces in here that has ribbon on it. There's a really nice cuff bracelet in here that looks like like a beetle or something. But it's nice. There's another nice one that would have matched the ring, the Indian, the Native American feather ring that was, mismarked as silver. There's a matching bracelet that goes with it. It's in very good condition. It's like a cuff. Yeah, if you guys see anything you want, just hit me up in the comments or send me an email at aprildavispi@gmail.com. There's also, of course, now they walked off the table. Now, I wanted to show you, I got these, not these buttons, but there's some other buttons in here that are from Austria. And I think they're from the 1970s. And there's a group of 6 of them. And they kind of look, oh, here they are. These are from Austria. And people actually buy these things like on eBay. They're like some kind of floral. There's like 6 of them, and they're all in this little string together, along with these. Mother of the Bride necklace. Let me see. I missed that. The chat goes by really, really fast on my phone. Let me look at the iPad chat. Oh, it's not even coming up on my, the choker. Yeah, of course, I can never see the live on my iPad. I need a new iPad. So the choker could be mother of the bride, is what you're saying. Oh, yeah. It's too bad, though, it doesn't have the other earring. That's too bad. But, it does have those extra pieces. Like, I just don't think, unless you went to, like, a professional jeweler, like, I don't think you could craft another earring out of those pieces. You never know. Oh, you can make stuff. Yeah, see, I'm not artistic at all. I really like this branch ring that looks like a tree branch, and it wraps, and it's got the green. It looks like either hand painted or enamel. Exactly. That's just really cute. I've never seen a ring like that looks like a branch. Yeah. I can't tell if it's enamel or hand painted because the leaves are pretty small, but they're pretty cute. And then this one is definitely enamel, this floral one. Well, you could come in on the live if both of us knew how to do that. Then you could be on the panel. Oh, but I have to sign up to StreamYard to do that, I think. Oh, I just found the pieces. These are the extra pieces that go with it, and they're matching. And they have the hooks on them and everything. So I would just, to whoever I sell the necklace for, I'll put those extra pieces in there just in case. Just in case. I think somebody went to a lot of trouble, to have all the pieces in the one box, but then be missing the other earring. I wonder if Goodwill put that in somebody else's box or the person just didn't have the other earring. And that's why they donated the set. They donated what they had, but maybe they were missing an earring or Goodwill got it separated. But I know I've got one box before from this same Goodwill, and I remember it was banger. I can't remember if that was the one that had the Joan Rivers necklace and also had the puka necklace, but there were some banger pieces in that New Jersey, New York box. It's actually located in South Hackensack, but they just refer to it as the New Jersey, New York Goodwill. It's like the district one. Like we have the SoCal one over near Los Feliz. That's a district one. And that's where all the shipments go out that they are selling nationwide. It is crazy pretty. Let me adjust this. I just like, wow, look at that. And I didn't even test the stones. Because, I think if they were real, obviously they would put that on like, white gold or something. But it doesn't have any such markings on it. And it doesn't look like it's hardly ever been worn. It's in perfect condition, so I don't think like the markings or the stamps wore off. I just think it's a piece of costume jewelry, but it's a very, very good piece of costume jewelry. Very good piece. Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous. Like nobody would know. I think somebody would see you wearing this and they might think that this is a real, $1 million necklace. This is like something that somebody would wear to the Oscars where, it would have the real diamonds in it. If a movie star wore that to the Oscars, wear at wedding, divorce, send to April. Yeah, if somebody wore that at the Oscars, like a big movie star, if Nicole Kidman or Reese Witherspoon came walking in with this, they would be like, "Oh, diamonds!" Like, wow. Because some of these actors, they're loaned millions of dollars worth of jewelry just to go to the Oscars to show off the pieces, and that's what it looks like. It looks like a showpiece. It's gorgeous. And I kind of wish I knew more about this cameo brooch. Very nice. It's gold with a nice pin in the back. It's not broken at all. Just don't know if it's contemporary or if it's vintage. Probably. But it's still nice. Still a nice piece. And then this is a really nice, this is a piece of glass, but it's on a really nice silver cable chain. Kind of looks like it's, silver plated. Probably isn't, but it sure looks like it. And like I said, I still have a whole stack of necklaces here to go through. There's a couple of rosaries in here. There's 3 really nice crucifixes in here too that can all go onto pendants. They're super nice. Let me try to turn them around. Really nice crucifixes. Yeah, they're all nice. And a couple rosaries I saw. There's always the typical BS beads and pearls. And some people are into this, though. I know somebody who's into, like, the seed beads, and I'm just not into the beads, and I'm not into the faux pearls. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my bunny has been digging holes in her rug. It's not my rug, it's her rug, but... Hey, Amelia! Amelia Kensley, bunny! Oh, now I know where she is. She's on the cat tree. What are the seed beads? Yeah, I bought that cat tree for the cat, and then the bunny just claimed it as hers, and she tears it up every day. It's got some silver in it, too. Oh, I gotta very carefully get it untangled. There's some other jewelry tangled up with it, and I don't want to pull it right now. I don't want to break it. Yeah, they're gray, and then it's got these little silver beads with it. Amelia. Oh my God. She has been in a mood the last couple of days. I gotta put her in the car Saturday afternoon if it's not too hot because she needs a bunny vaccine. Like, she's overdue. I was in the hospital when she was supposed to be at her other vaccine. If I can, I might have to cut the other jewelry out around it, but yeah. Seed beads. They're cute. If you're into beads, it's cute. I'm just not into beads. And I'm also not into big, chunky, heavy earrings. Because I just wear very dainty, like some diamond studs. Those are nice. There's a lot of nice pieces in here. Everybody has their own. There's one paparazzi bracelet in here, and I'm like, they shouldn't put that in a costume jewelry box. They should just put that in their fashion box. And then there's some Claire's, and it's like, no, that should also go in the fashion box. That should not go in the costume jewelry box. Every now and then I'll get a Claire's or I'll get a paparazzi piece that still has the tags. That's very common to have the Claire's still on the tag as well as the paparazzi. And like, no, that just, somebody who does paparazzi should just put that all in a lot together. And then there's some stones I need to test, but I think this is just like I think it's a gumball machine ring. Just by the way it looks like it's made. Need to test that blue stone. I got out the tester in the middle of the night and I just wanted to test the gemstones on the banger piece, Isn't that nice? Oh, and it's so cold. As soon as you touch it, you're gonna be like, oh, that's so cold. It's like ice cold, and that's how you know that you've got like legit gemstones, whether they're precious or semi-precious. You can tell because the rocks they're cold, They're ice cold to the touch. Yeah, nice, huh? And just I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the intricacy of the thread and how each individual row has the knots, and then they've got these like citrine stones. I think they're citrines, some type of quartz, like kind of a yellow. That's why I think they may be citrines, just for highlights, like in the middle. But it's mostly just the peridot and the the amethyst. Like, oh, I can't get it unraveled right now, but yeah, definitely quartz. They're just like highlight stones, you know. They just give it a little pop, you know. Like, oh, so pretty. It's just gorgeous. Whoops. I don't have a very good tripod to do this. Sorry, I keep putting my finger in front of it. Amateur. 4 years later, I'm an amateur. I can't wait to go through these little earrings tonight. There's so many of them. Where I need to test the stones, and I need to test to see if they're silver or they're gold, especially earring backs. Always check those. I just found out the other day that all the old, it's not Napier, but Monet, all the old Monet gold earrings from like the 70s and the 80s, that they all had 14 karat gold post. And, you know, not sprayed, but actual 14 karat. And I found like 4 of them in my stash, and I'm like, yeah, now I got 4 pieces of gold to test. And I didn't do that today when I had the testing kit out, and I got the acid all over my fingers. I'm at the post office, and I handed the lady that, like, oh, look at this. And I was like, oh, my fingers. Oh no. That's just so gross. I'll have to redo my nail polish. It'll cover it up, but it's not going to cover up my skin. Oh, you're allergic to 14 karat gold? That's too funny. Yeah, well, I'm not selling those anyway because they're 14K. I mean, I could later. I could lot them up together like, hey, 2 pairs of vintage Monet earrings with 14 karat gold posts. Probably, you know, be able to sell them for $40 or something, because the Monet is not owned by the same company anymore, and they don't make any of their. They have, you know, higher end, inexpensive jewelry, but they haven't made the earrings with the gold for a very long time. Oh, can do necklaces. Okay. Oh, that's strange. Yeah, usually it's the fake stuff that turns people's ears, you know, or their skin green or whatever. But there's a lot of potential silver and little gold backs that I have to check. But wow, I got some really cool. Here's a little like religious necklace of some sort with a cross. There's a couple rosaries in here, plus the crucifixes. I might just lot up all the religious pieces into one lot and then just sell it as a stash, you know, like on eBay or whatnot. Just like, here's the 3 crucifixes, here's the rosaries, here's the bracelet. I've done that before, where I put like 40 or 50 pieces together of crosses and necklaces and rosaries, and then they bet on them. I don't think so. They're not marked as such. This one's really nice. It's got some purple and some green in it. It's really, really nice, this one. Sometimes they're silver, but I don't see any markings on them. Oh, there's a marking on this one. Let me look. I gotta get out the little loop here. Let me look at the back. Oh, whoa. Wow, you're right, Kelly. I should have looked at it better. It says Creed Sterling. Now, I don't know if Creed, what that means. Creed? Like the band? Creed? It says Creed Sterling. I'll have to test it. That is sterling. Well, thanks for bringing that up. So there's another silver. So that means I have 12 silver pieces. Well, potentially. I'll have to test it, because I had 14 and 11 tested positive and 3 tested negative, but now I'll have to test this. Do you know what Creed Sterling means? And it's a very light stamp, so I think this is old. And the fact that it says sterling rather than 925, that dates it as well. Because in the old days, they used to say sterling right on the jewelry. And then as the years went by and things got more contemporary, they would say S925 or just .925. Yeah. I'm getting a text. Let's see if I can see it on the. Oh, it's a jewelry company. Oh, cool. Okay, I just saw it on my. I just saw it on the iPad. Yeah. I'll read that out if anybody's still here. It says Creed Rosary Company of Wrentham, Massachusetts. Creed was founded in 1936, is the oldest and best-known Catholic sterling silver and rosary firm in the United States. Well, thank you for bringing that up, Kelly. Wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. And the tag is down at the bottom where it says Creed Sterling. Oh, I bet that's for real. I don't think somebody would fake this. Oh, wow. So, wow, that would be 12 pieces of sterling. But boy, this sure makes up for the feather Native American ring that I thought was silver until I tested it. And then it got my fingers all messed up and got the ring, all the color fell off. Like, oh, wow. That's probably worth something. I'll have to weigh that and see how many grams that is. Creed Sterling. Oh, wow. I can't look it up now because, obviously my eBay doesn't work on this piece of crap. Let me try to get it to focus. It's nice. It looks very old too. I mean, it's not like beat up. It just looks like it looks vintage. And it's got that sterling mark, not 925. So, oh, wow. That's so cool. I can add that to my silver pile. Oh, wow. I'm going to look that up and see how much that is worth. A sterling crucifix from Creed. And they've been around since they were from 1936. I'll have to see if they're still in business. Wow. When you see the back. What about the back? Oh, yeah, you can see where the nails are where he was crucified. Oh, wow. Yeah, it does have that in the back. Oh, wow. And it's got the little hole where you can just put a little jeweler's loop. In fact, I have a lot of jeweler's loops because I had to buy one for the Egyptian piece. And I've got them somewhere. Probably got I've got more that would last me 10 or more lifetimes. They're not sterling though, the little loops that I have. And I have different sizes too. So wow. So while I was on live, we discovered another piece of sterling silver. Yay! Thank you, Kelly. Oh, I appreciate you so much. You're always such a big help to me. Thus, you are my mod. Yeah. Oh, wow. Creed Sterling. That's awesome. Oh, this one. This one is the Creed Sterling. Yeah, I just picked up the other one. That's the Creed. So there's three, but I'm not going to just put this with the rosaries and the other crucifixes. If this is Creed, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to look it up on eBay, see how much they go for. Yeah, and then people can do whatever they want with it. Wow. That's so awesome because now I've got 12 sterling pieces and 3 negative sterling pieces. I'm really interested in these 1970s, the buttons that are from Austria. There's always something, there's always at least one item in a Goodwill blue box or Goodwill jewelry jar that has absolutely nothing to do with jewelry. And in this case, there was 2 sets of buttons. Oh, here's a rosary. Nice rosary with some green beads. Oh, these might even light up. I'll have to test these with the UV lamp. Yeah, that's a nice one. Some of these are glow in the dark. Let me check the text. I can't see the text while I'm recording this, but I can. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. These go for like $200. Well, here's one for $59.95, one for $186.75, but it's got the necklace with it. And then here's one that's listed. Well, it's listed. That's not the comp price. That's just the listed price. I'll have to comp it and see what the sale price is. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah, those are expensive. Oh, thank you. Like I said, it makes me feel better now that I know that the Native American feather wraparound ring is not legit. It's just a piece of junk metal that was illegally marked as S925. So gosh, that's going to put us at 12 sterling pieces, plus the bridal necklace, plus the gemstone necklace. And that doesn't include any of the smaller stuff, like the earrings, the bangle bracelets. Oh, yeah, look at that. I love that. That is just terrific. I just like how the real gemstones, they are so cold to the touch. Like I knew right away as soon as I felt it on my skin, like, oh yeah. And then I couldn't sleep because I had to get out the gem tester. And those gem testers, they're not perfect, but they cost almost $300. And they're very good in differentiating from glass to stone. But they only have like about, I think, 12 different stone types on there. And there are thousands of gemstones, both precious and semi-precious. So, it's a tool. But those are definitely peridot and amethyst. Yep. Well, I think I've been on long enough. If anybody's watching this on the replay and you're interested in any of these items, just, put your comments in the video description, or not the video description, put your comments in the comment section, or you can email me at aprildavispi@gmail.com. Oh, I just saw that. See, it goes by really fast on the phone. You said the other one. And I can't see the live on the iPad because the iPad is broken. So what was your question again? I can't scroll back. The opaque is maybe religious? Oh, you mean this one? The beaded rosary? Or the one that had the colors? This one. These just feel like beads. I'm going to have to hit them with the UV lamp. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. Good night.